Hey folks, welcome to the village. We're working on here tonight. We got some thin boneless pork chops here. Taking them and put yellow mustard on both sides, and then put my homemade pork rub on there. Those have been sitting in the fridge for a couple hours, just resting, sweating out here a little bit, getting back to room temp so we can get them back on the grill. So we just got those ready sitting there, and then we'll work on our sides over here. Got some yellow Yukon Gold potatoes, and then our Brussels sprouts. And all these Brussels sprouts, we're going to take and knock this bottom part of them off, take some of these leaves on the outside off, clean those up. They've all been washed. And then I have a plastic bag over here. This has got olive oil in it, black pepper, salt, white pepper, a little sage, and a little coriander. We're going to take that, we'll clean these all up, cut these all up. We're going to drop those in there. We'll mix those up real good, let those sit for a little bit before we put them on the grill. And then we're going to add, I'm going to cut up a little yellow onion, and I'll cut that up separate and put that off to the side. We'll let this cook for a while, and then I'm going to throw a little bit of this in there, you know, cut up in probably some long slices and just throw it in there for a little bit of something else, but put it in later because it'll cook a lot quicker than this. So that's what we got on tap here. So I'm going to start cleaning these up and get everything ready. Okay, as you can see, now we got everything cut up here. I got them in the bag, just shake them around, mix them up. We'll just let them sit in there, probably, I'm gonna give them another 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna go out and get the grill basket ready on the grill, get the grill up to probably about 400. Again, I'll put the heat on the right side, I'll put these on the left side of my basket. I like to kick indirectly, and later on add the heat back in towards the end to finish them. It just gets them a little more crispy on the outside and cooks them through, which is nicer. That's the way I kind of like them. Just cut my onions up, just kind of rough cut them up. We'll just add those in when those get to about done. We probably put the heat back under these. I'll throw these in, mix these in. These will cook real quick on the grill. So it's okay going. Got my chops. I'll get back up to room temp. So we're gonna get those on there also later on. We'll get these going. These are gonna take a little while. These pretty thin. These will probably, I'll go to temp, but I'm talking maybe probably 15 minutes on these guys, and we'll get them on there, flip them once, probably flip them again, and they'll probably be able to all we need to get them all the way done. So let me go and get the grill ready, and we'll go out there and get stuff started. Got the grill pretty well warmed up here. We'll cut the heat to the basket. By far my favorite thing to cook anything on the grill with is the basket. Crisp us up nice. It's just really, really handy to have. Just a good thing. So we'll just take them, pour them right in there. Again, like I said, the heat's cut under here. These three burners are going to have heat, so it's going to cook indirectly. Just really nice for cooking it, cooks everything thoroughly through. And then at the end, like I said, we had that heat back in underneath to crisp these up, and then we'll take those onions we cut inside, we'll throw those onions in there, mix those up. And then towards that end there, we'll bring our chops out on this side, and we'll turn this down, we'll put our chops on here and cook them. Again, those chops are thin, they're only going to take maybe 15 minutes to cook. So that's what we're going. We'll let those bad boys get cooking and go get those chops ready. Got the grill up about 425. I'm going to check these guys. See it's starting to get a little browned up on the outside. We'll just kind of shake them up a little bit. Been on there about 10 minutes now. Probably give them about, I don't know, probably give them another 10 to 15. Check, come back and check them, shake them up again. And then we might think about throwing those onions and get those chops on. But we'll check them to see how they're going. You just never know. So that's where we're at. Cool off a little bit. We're right around 400. That's where I like to stick at. So we'll keep those going. We'll come back, check on them a little bit. Okay, so been about another 10 minutes. We checked last time. We're gonna get it again. We'll just knock them around a little bit. Looking pretty good. Starting to brown up a little bit. Looking good. Potatoes starting to get a little softer, so we know they're cooking pretty good. So I think we'll give those about another 5. Come on, check them again if they look pretty good. I think we'll bring out our onions and toss our onions in there and get those started going. We'll bring our chops out. We'll throw on the other side. Cut the heat down to probably low so we cook them because they're not gonna take long. They're thin. And get this moving. Been about another 5 minutes, so we give them a little check there. Kick them around a little bit again. Looking pretty good. think I might add my heat back in now. The potatoes are like in there. Potatoes are pretty good. Got my onions. Toss those bad boys in there. Mix those up a little bit. We'll let those start going. I'll give those a couple minutes, then we'll cut the heat back under here on low. We'll get the tops out and get those bad boys on there. So let those cook a little bit. We'll come back, give them a little check there. So we got our onions on there. We cut the heat back on here, put on low underneath these. Mix those up a little bit. Got the chops out now. I'm gonna cut this back down to low. I'll keep this one up high, keep this on low. Well, now we add these chops onto the grill. These aren't gonna take long at all. Throw those on. I'm gonna move this up a little bit close to medium on the sprouts. Hit that, we'll check back on that. If I give that another 5 and get that, we'll probably flip those chops over after 5. Give them a couple more, flip them back over, and like we're gonna call it done, because I mean they're pretty thin. It doesn't take long to get 165 on those, so that's what we got going on, folks. So a couple more minutes, came out, flipped the chops, just stirred this up a little bit more, got these flipped over, looking pretty good. Give those another 2 to 4 minutes and we'll check those again. Stir that up again. Should be getting pretty close there. Getting ready to. So give them a couple more minutes there. Got those chops. I was gonna flip them again, but I think I'll flip them for a sec. I think we're just gonna pull those off. I don't want to overcook them. I'm pretty sure they're probably pretty close. They're internal we want to hit. Just mix these guys up a little. My end is looking pretty good there. I just cut that back up to high just to give a little more. We'll finish those off a little bit. Looking pretty good there. Nice on the outside. Everything's cooked well. Just give those chops just a couple secs, because we're sitting at about 300 now. So we just give them a couple more minutes. Pull the chops off. We'll go in and we'll cover them up, let them rest. Then we'll come back, get the veggies, put those in, and bring those in. We'll eat those first while the chops rest, and that'll get them all ready to go. So we'll come back in a sec and shoot what we got finished there, folks. When I pulled those chops up, they look pretty good. Now I'm gonna pull these guys off, looking pretty good. Give you an idea what those look like. Right there. That's basically what you want. You want to get them kind of cooked on the outside a little bit. I like to get them browned up a little bit like that. Makes it nice. Get a little crispy, bits on the outside. Potatoes are cooked all the way through. Got our onions on there. Should be pretty darn good. If you like what we're doing here, folks, and you want to see more we got going on, we're going to do a little work this weekend in the garden out there. We're going to be shooting a little thing. I'm going to show you how we build the garden beds up out there, because you don't just fill them with dirt. I'm going to show you how we do the method we call, I think it's like shoot. I'll have to look it up again. It's how we build them from the bottom up. It's just not dirt. It uses logs and sticks and so forth. We're going to go over that and everything. So if you like this, like it. And if you want to subscribe, smash that subscribe button. If you have any comments, comment below, questions or anything. That's what we're here. We're here to learn and, share information and ideas. So thanks for joining, folks, and you have a good weekend.